So I hope you guys have time, get some popcorn, get some chips, get a drink, get some wine, get some weed if you have it. What's going down, y'all? It's your girl Shay, and I'm back with another video. And if you're new, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely go ahead and hit that notification down below so you can stay tuned in and never tune out. On today's video, you guys, as you guys can see by the title, I wanted to talk to you guys about what my disability actually is, and I mean in as much details as possible. I know a lot of you have some questions about what exactly it is. So as you guys know, I do have arthritis, but people may hear that word and think, just arthritis? Why do you have a scooter? Why do you have a chair? Why do you have surgeries? Any kind of question. So I want to try to answer the best way I possibly can in this video. I think I'll have a separate video, a Q&A about if anybody has any personal questions. I am okay with that as well. If you do want to ask that, I mean, not too personal, but if you're curious, I'll go ahead and probably do a Q&A on my Instagram, and you guys can leave me questions. What is arthritis? It's a chronic inflammatory disorder. It does affect my joints as well. Definitely includes hands, feet. For me, it is all over. So I do have it in every joint possible of mine, which I know could be a lot, but unfortunately, your girl got the short end of the stick, okay? So in rheumatoid arthritis, my immune system basically attacks my joints as well as tissue. In severe cases, it can actually attack organs. For me, that is not the case. It's only in my joints. Sometimes I get muscle pain, so I do have it in my muscles as well. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a few pictures just to kind of get you guys to understand the extent of my arthritis. I do have arthritis very severely. In some cases, most arthritis, you may get it in a hand, a foot, a shoulder, a knee, a hip. Arthritis is well known in older people. So you may see a grandma, or you may know a grandpa, or a older aunt or anything like that that may have arthritis. So a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that you can only get arthritis as an elder or as an older person, and that is definitely not the case. I want to make people aware that arthritis can start at any age. For me, it started at 5 years old. And honestly, I don't know if I was born with it. You can be born with it as well. It can be passed down from a parent, or even if you play sports extensively, you may be able to get arthritis that way. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of give you guys a background story about my life and what it can do. So when you do have chronic arthritis, you are in severe pain. Growing up was very hard for me because from 5 to 7-ish, the cold bothered me. Running for long periods of time bothered me, and I wanted to be like every other kid out there who wanted to climb trees and you know, bike ride and swim, and I did all that, but I just couldn't do a lot of it. I really didn't have a childhood because my arthritis stopped me from doing a lot of things that other kids were doing that I couldn't do. I remember hurting really bad. And not to say that my life is terrible, but all I know is pain. All I know is waking up to pain, going to sleep to pain. During my day, I have pain. So for me, unfortunately, I got it all over my body. So I have it in my jaw. I have it in my shoulders. I had it in my hip, all through my arms. For arthritis, there isn't a cure. And they're trying to find a cure, but right now there isn't a cure. So my arthritis is so bad that I've had to have joint replacements. With joint replacements, you usually find that in older people. Like I said before, they may have a hip replacement, they may have a new knee. That's basically well known as knees and hips to be replaced. For me, I got my first surgery when I was in middle school, major surgery. So all this was new to me. You mentally have to be strong. You have to have the power, you have to have the mindset, you have to have the energy to do simple things. My pain was so bad that in my hands, especially, that happened first. I couldn't pick up a pen. I couldn't pick up a fork. The little things that you think weighs less than 1 pound weighed 100 pounds to me, because that's how bad the pain in my hands were. And I'm gonna go ahead and insert a picture of what arthritic hands may look like. Some hands look normal, some hands don't. But arthritis can be crippling. It is one of the things that can cripple you. And on my body in particular, I have some areas where they are crippling, like my hands. I do have one hand that functions very fine, and my other hand doesn't function. It doesn't function very well at all, really. I had to grow up watching basically my joints in my body do things that I didn't know a body could do. I had to watch my hands stop working. I had to watch my elbow stop functioning. I had to go through extensive pain where you are supposed to have cartilage between both of your joints. I'll probably go ahead and insert a picture here just to kind of make it a little clear so people understand. But you do have cartilage in between your joints. If you don't know that, now you know. With arthritis, the arthritis actually attacks your joints. It attacks your cartilage. So when it comes to the arthritis attacking your cartilage, you'll lose the cushion that you're supposed to have between your joints. When you lose cartilage between a joint, it is very painful. When I mean very painful, it is very painful. The body is not meant, bones are not meant to grind against each other. They're not meant to do that. That's why your body creates cartilage between each joint to cushion when you make a movement, when you bend your knees, when you move your hips, when you move your arms, things like that. The arthritis attacks that cartilage. So when that cartilage is gone, all you have is your bones. With my bones, like for example, my hips and my knees, they had no cartilage in them, and which caused the grinding against my joints. If you are bone to bone, that's where a replacement comes in. And that's what I had to do at an early age. So I will go ahead and show you my stitches, my replacements. Not all of them, but as you guys can see, 2 years ago, I have gotten my shoulder replaced. So with my shoulder being replaced, it was just the ball of my shoulder. There are such things as full joint replacements, which means they take out the whole knee, put in a metal stainless steel type of knee. So it comes with its own cartilage, it comes with its own movement. They cement that fake knee into your own bones, and that's what I have. I have total knees, total hips, and my shoulder isn't a total replacement. I basically had to go through getting replacements year after year after year after year until I was in high school. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys like one part of my body that you can tell has arthritis in it. So there isn't any function in my left hand basically. So with my left hand, I think the reason why my right hand isn't that bad is because I am right-handed and I do right. So I do have more motion and more activity that goes with my right hand that aren't fixable when it comes to having arthritis. I wanted to be able to have my function back in both my hands because as a kid I wanted to be able to drive. I wanted to be able to do all these things and open stuff and do my own hair with my left arm. That's not possible. As growing up, my arthritis progressed. From 5 on, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and even worse. So I went from running and climbing and walking and doing all these kid things to I got my first scooter in 6th grade. I couldn't walk for longer than 5 minutes. My arthritis was so bad, I was on crutches for about 10 years. I needed crutches to walk. I needed help 24/7. Explaining the pain to you guys, like I was getting to, the pain is excruciating. The only way that I can let you guys know how bad it hurts is try breaking a bone and walking on it afterwards. It feels like some days as a kid I felt like I got hit by a truck because I couldn't move. Me being disabled has given me so many good things in my life, and I know that may seem unbelievable, but I don't know where my mindset would be if I didn't have a disability. I don't know if I would be as strong mentally if I didn't have a disability. The disability caused me to grow up fast, which is what I hate. But without my disability, would I be mentally strong? Would I look at life differently than the way I look at it now? I'm a very, 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 very humble person. And I look at life like it could be gone in seconds. And the reason why I live my life that way is because even though I have a disability, that does not stop me from being able to travel, from being able to play sports, to being able to dance. There are people out here who don't have nothing at all, no arms, no legs, and still doing a dream that they set out to do. Start appreciating life, because it could be taken away from you in seconds. You can get in an accident and it could be taken away from you. You can get arthritis later on, your life could be taken away from you. And I just want people to appreciate the life that you have and live it the best way you can, because I'm sure living life the best way I can, disability or no disability. So I hope that I answered as much questions as I can in this video, just to kind of give you an insight of what my arthritis really is. Leave me comments if you do have any further questions, and I will go ahead and do a Q&A on my Instagram as well. I will leave my Instagram down below in the description box. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Please go ahead and share it out if you can, because it will help your girl out much so. Yeah, this was a long video. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.